Well, hello once again, everyone. It's your boy Jingles Roscoe with another speed drawing. And since it was Valentine's Day rather recently, I decided that I wanted to draw another waifu. Because, Valentine's Day I draw waifus. I guess that's a thing now. But I wasn't sure who I wanted to draw, so I asked on Twitter, hey, who should I draw? And I put up a little poll, and they're all like, yo, draw Makoto. So I was like, I love it. So here she is, Makoto from Street Fighter. Here we go. So yeah, here we are drawing Makoto. I've drawn Makoto a couple of times. The first time I did it was back in 2016, and I was pretty happy with that when I drew her back then. And then the second time was I when I was practicing female anatomy during the last video, Valentine's Day video that I made. But I don't think that counts because it was just kind of a sketch to try and get some ideas down. So since so many people were like, yeah, draw Makoto, I was like, cool, it's a good excuse to get more of a full body pic of her and a more full finished pic like I did the first time. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that this one turned out. Since I've been getting better with anatomy and female anatomy in general, it was really nice to draw Makoto again because I really like her. She's just super heckin' cute. So those who don't know, Makoto is from the Street Fighter games. She's been in 2 so far: Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and Street Fighter 4. And so if you don't know, I'll go ahead and just read what her bio says off the wiki here. Here's the background. This is who Makoto is. Makoto is a young Japanese tomboy raised in the rural Tosa region of Japan and trained in Rindokan Karate. Since her father's death, Makoto's dojo has been floundering, and her older brother decided to become a businessman, leaving Makoto to elevate her dojo back to its former glory. So that's kind of her whole thing, is that she's the tomboy of the family, was raised in this karate dojo, and that's kind of what she's known for, like, her whole life. And her father raised her in that, and he was the master of the dojo. And her older brother, instead of pursuing being part of the dojo and becoming a martial artist, he decided to become a businessman. And so, since her father passed away, the dojo has been just kind of becoming in disrepair. It's falling apart. It's kind of decrepit now. In Street Fighter 4, which takes place before Street Fighter 3, is when she comes home and realizes like how bad of a shape that the dojo has been in since her father's passing. And so she enters into the World Martial Arts Tournament that SIN puts up, and she, with the hope of winning the prize money so that she can rebuild and make it better and stuff like that. And she ends up like beating like all of her opponents because she's super strong. And she wins like pretty much all the fights that she enters. But since the organizer of the event, Seth, was killed, and the company running the whole thing got disbanded, like nobody got any money. So she ends up just rebuilding the whole dojo by hand instead. And it's just such a funny thing that it just ended up being like that for her. Like, just like, oh, I went through all this trouble to find this tournament to get some money, and then it didn't work out, so I'll just do it by hand. And what's funny is that, like, in her likes and dislikes and stuff like that, or her special skills, it says carpentry. And I think that's just kind of a funny little thing. And in Third Strike, once again, she kind of goes around to try and get her father's dojo back on the map and stuff, and she ends up defeating Ryu, who is the main character for many of the Street Fighter games. And after beating him, publicity gets really big, and a bunch of people want to come to her dojo and like start fighting her and stuff. It's actually really funny, and the picture of her older brother and her grandfather like accepting applicants into the dojo at the very end, I think, is one of the funniest things. I never got to play her in Street Fighter 4 because I didn't buy any versions of Street Fighter 4 beyond vanilla Street Fighter 4, and she wasn't in that version of it. I don't remember which one she came out in. I think it was Arcade Edition, but I'll double check real quick, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it up on screen. But she came in Street Fighter 4, and she was really fun to watch. But since the anniversary edition of Street Fighter came out, I got to play her in Third Strike, and gosh darn, she's just a lot of fun to play. She's really big on getting close to her opponents, and just like she's all about raw power, and something that I really like using her for, and that's how I like to play her and stuff. She's kind of a tough character to use, and like since Street Fighter 3 Third Strike has been around for so long, like a bunch of people have like a real what's the word? Not ideal, like an optimized way of using her. And I'm no good at doing that because I'm still like a huge scrub at Street Fighter. I just like to play it casually, and I'm not super great at it. But no, she's still a lot of fun, and like, yeah, she's kind of tough, but when you can use her in an optimum way, she's just so much fun. But yeah, she's also a tomboy, and I'm just really into tomboys. It's one of the reasons why I like her a lot. And like just watching high level Third Strike competitions and watching people use Makoto is just really cool to watch. And it's one of the reasons why I like using her and playing as her. And so gameplay wise, she's a lot of fun, and character wise, she's just super cute, you know. she's got a really cute voice. She's got like one of those quintessential tomboy, like kind of raspy, but still really like high pitched and cute. And she's super strong, and that's something that I really like about her. And so yeah, that's why I decided. Well, one of the reasons why I decided to draw her. The other one is because I did the poll, and I asked everybody, hey, who should I draw? And they were like, yeah, they voted on Makoto, and I was totally fine with that, because I've done a video for the other people that I had on the list was Marina from Splatoon 2, and Asui from Boku no Wacky Maki, as I like to call it, but My Hero Academia. And I've already kind of done videos for them already, and I think that's probably why people were like, yeah, draw Makoto now, and I was like, cool. So like I said, I've drawn her before, and initially I was pretty happy with how she looked, but I've gotten better now, and so I thought now's the time. It's a good time to try again. And so yeah, I was really happy. I debated for a little bit of whether or not I wanted to have her gi top off, so that I could, draw her musculature and stuff. But in the end, I decided to keep her fully gied, just because I just wanted to do that instead. But well, if a good idea, if ever you're drawing characters and you're not 100% sure how the bodies are going to look, draw the body first and then draw the clothes on top of it. Her gi is pretty baggy on her, and so it really fits kind of loosely on her. But even with like tighter clothes and stuff like that, if you have down what the body's going to look like underneath, then it's going to end up making the clothed figure look a lot better. And so it's something fun to keep in mind. Here I am just coloring in, just having the reference image on the side there, and just kind of eyedropper tooling the colors, and then just flood filling them in. Very quick, really simple. One of these days I really want to look into learning how to start digital painting instead of like this cel shaded look. But that's something that I'm going to want to practice on before I make like a full video on it or anything. Because at this point, I know pretty much nothing. But I've been following a lot of new people here on YouTube. And some of them are like really, really good at digital painting. And so I was like, man, I really want to pick that up and kind of start using the techniques in digital painting a little bit more. I like the cel shading look, and that's kind of how I like doing my style. But I've been wanting to like improve and at least like have a better understanding of how digital painting works. So that's something that I'm going to be looking into. Maybe I'll cave in and like buy a subscription to Skillshare and watch some of the videos on that, because you know, those people, they know what they're doing, or at least I presume they do, because artists are always promoting Skillshare. But I don't know, because it costs me money and I don't have any money right now. Oh, that's another thing for those who don't know and who have followed my other videos and were kind of wondering how my situation was going. I recently got hired on at my local school district as a substitute custodian. So now I have a job again, like an official job. And so that's good. And as a substitute, I'll be able to hopefully still have time to make art videos and just videos in general. Hopefully it doesn't slow down my upload schedule too much. Because when I was working at my other job, I was struggling because I was exhausted with my full-time job and didn't upload as often as I really wanted to. But you know, since I've been without a job for a while, I've been pretty consistent lately, and I've been really proud about that, and I want to keep that going, especially for all the new people that have recently subscribed or come from other people's channels or whatever, and I appreciate everybody that has done so. This is another thing here that I don't normally do, but I decided to do, and I did kind of a rim light effect, just a little bit. It's not super overt or anything, it's really subtle. Here's the finished picture. There's a nice zoom in and pan that I like to do so that you kind of get a nicer look at the details. But the full image will be posted on my DeviantArt, link in the description. But yeah, I don't normally use my Twitter for like polls. That was literally the first poll I ever made on Twitter. But if you'd like to be involved with that, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. All that's in the description. If you want to follow me on there, that'd be awesome. If you want to subscribe, that's also awesome. I don't like asking people to, because I want them to do it because they want to, not because I asked them to. But yeah, if you want to, that'd be awesome. And I'm hoping to have more videos like this as soon as possible. Thank you once again for watching, and hope to see you again real soon. You have a good one.